Hi children, today we are going to learn tenses in a very different way. Let's learn tenses through a story form. Okay, yes. This is our tense family. The tense family is having Mr. and Mrs. Tense, Mrs. and Mr. Tense, and they have 3 children. And the first one is present tense, and the second son is past tense, and the third son is future tense. Now, how we are all known in our house names or surnames, likewise they are also known in their surname tense. So the first one's name is present tense, and it is again the present tense is divided into 4. So the present tense has 4 children. Let's see who are they. The first one is simple present. Wow. The second one is present continuous. Yeah. The third girl is present perfect. And let's see the fourth one. Yes, this is present perfect continuous. So present tense is having 4 children. Let's say the names: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Likewise, past tense also have 4 children. Let's see who are they. The first one is simple past. We are all known in our surname, and also we have father's name, right? So like that, simple past. Simple is a child's name and the past is their father's name. Simple past. And the second girl is past continuous. She is just like her father, right? She is having specs. Now let's see the third child of past tense. Wow, it is past perfect. Her name is past perfect. And let's see the fourth child. Yes, her name is past perfect continuous tense. She is having the characters of past continuous and past perfect both, and together she is past perfect continuous. Now let's see the future tense. How many children do we have? The first child is simple future. Yes, it's a boy, right? The second child is future continuous. And the third child is future perfect. And the fourth child is future perfect continuous. Like that. It's like a combination of future continuous and future perfect, right? All 4 childs are the combination of second and third. So this is the entire family of tense. This is the family tree of tense. Dear children, I hope you will remember all these names, all these children's name, and you should not mix their uncle's name with their father's name. Okay, you should not mix the names each other. These are the pictures. These are the pictures of the family members of tense. Now let's learn in detail what is there in present tense. The tense of a verb tells us the time of an action. So let's see, the tenses are divided into 3. The first one we have seen, it's a present tense, and we are going to do now present tense. We have seen simple present. Simple present is actually the action is mentioned simply. For example, I work. I is a subject and work is the action word or verb. So simply the action is stated. I work. Next is present continuous. In present continuous, the action is mentioned as incomplete or continuous. It is still going on. For example, I am working. Let's see what is there in present perfect. In present perfect, the action is mentioned as finished or complete or perfect. For example, I have worked. I have worked. Next one is present perfect continuous tense. This action is going on continuously, like the name signify. Continuous means it is going on continuously, the action is continuously going on and not completed at this present moment. That is perfect, right? Which is not completed at this present moment. Example, I have been working. Dear children, when we talk about simple present, along with the subject, we have to use V1 form. And for the present continuous, remember children, when you hear the word continuous, there should be an ing. I am working. Then when you hear the word perfect, you should come the words like has, have, had should come into your mind. And as it is a present tense, you can have has or have plus V3 form of the verb. So here it is, I have worked. And for present perfect continuous, perfect and continuous, third and second are mixed here, right? Present perfect continuous. So it is a mixing of perfect means has or have, continuous means ing. So if you are using perfect and continuous, there should be one word. The one word should be added, that is been. I have been working. I, subject, have or has plus been plus verb ing or V4 of the verb. Now let's see the first child of present tense, that is simple present tense. Where we have to use simple present tense and how to use this simple present tense. Let's see the first one. Simple present tense is to express what is actually taking place at the present moment. For example, the action which is actually taking place at the present moment. At the present moment means what now currently what is going on, right? So at that present moment, what is the action? What is actually the action? For example, Nick eats an ice cream. Here the subject is Nick and the verb is eats and object is an ice cream. Okay, so let's see, after subject we have to use V1 form of the verb, V1 or VS form of the verb, then object or any other things in the sentence. That is the structure of simple present tense. And for the first rule is, when we to express what is actually taking place at the present moment, we have to use simple present. Then to express a habitual action. For example, he gets up every day at 6 o'clock. So he gets up every day, that's his habit, right? It's a habitual action. Every day he used to get up at 6 o'clock, right? So it's a habitual action. So we have to use he after subject gets. It's a VS form of the verb, right? Subject plus VS form and other things in the sentences. Now let's see the third one. To express universal truths. To express universal truth, we have to use simple present tense. For example, the sun rises in the east. The sun is the subject, rises is the verb, and you know this sentence is a universal truth. There won't be any change in that. The sun rises in the east, the sun sets in the west, right? So these are all universal truth. The earth revolves around the sun. These are all universal truth. There won't be any change in that. So there also we have to use simple present tense. Now the last one is to express a scientific phenomena. So if you want to express a scientific truth or a scientific phenomena, you can use simple. You have to use simple present tense. For example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So it's a scientific fact. It's a fact. Even the historical facts we have to use simple present tense based on the sentence. So the facts, scientific facts, universal truth, and the present action of the present moment, and for the habitual action we have to use simple present tense. Now let's see the structure: subject plus V1 or VS form of the verb, then remaining things in the sentence. Now let's see some examples used for simple present tense. Birds fly in the sky. Birds is subject, fly is a verb, in the sky is the preposition. So subject plus V1, right? V1 form of the verb is used. Next one is Rohit loves his teacher. Rohit, subject, loves is the VS form of the verb. Third one, the earth revolves round the sun. It is an example of universal truth. So we have to use simple present tense. Then honey tastes sweet. It's a universal truth, right? Honey always tastes sweets only. So we have to use simple present tense, that is taste, VS form. Then slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. It's a proverb, it's a saying, it's a quote, so it won't be changed at all. So we have to use simple present tense. My friend speaks good English. The statement is about the present, what is the action which is taking place at the present moment. So we have to use simple present tense. It is not an action which is already happened, it is what is happening now. That is for that also we can use simple present tense. Children play in the evening. This also shows the present action. Ritu sings a song. It also shows the present action. Honesty is the best policy. It's a proverb saying God, it won't be changed. We love our country. So this is also an example of simple present tense. We love, it's a V1 form. And honesty is the best policy, is the B form of the verb. So I hope you understood what is simple present tense and how we have to use simple present tense in a sentence. Now let's see present continuous tense. What are there in present continuous tense? The present continuous tense represents an action as going on at the time of speaking. It is also used to indicate a planned future event. So the present continuous, remember children, the word continuous means ing. It should come to your mind, ing word. So it is also used to indicate a planned future event. I will give you the example, then you can understand. For the first one, present continuous tense represents an action as going on at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking, at the moment, at that particular moment, there you have to use present continuous tense. For example, I am eating an ice cream now. See the word now. That indicates the action is going on. Continuously it is going on. At present, still its action is going on. So there you have to use present continuous tense. We are shifting to our new house next week. This is actually an example for the second one, that it is used to indicate a planned future event, because it's already planned that we are shifting to a new house. It's already a planned future event. Right? For that, it's a future event. For that also we can use present continuous. We are shifting to. We are shifting, that shows next week we are going to shifting. That is a already planned future event. He is playing football at the moment. That shows the action which is taking place at the moment, at present, at now, at present, at the moment, and all. That shows the action is continuously going on. You are writing nicely. This is also shows you are writing nicely. This is also an example of present continuous tense. We are living in India at present. This is also an action which is going on at the moment. They are painting the walls. So these are the examples of present continuous tense. Now let's see the structure of present continuous tense, how to use it. Soon after the subject, you can have is or am or are. Based on the singular plural, you have to use is or am. Always I will be coming before am. Is for singulars and are for plurals. So after the subject, for example here, I is a subject, am plus V4 of the verb, that is ing word. I am eating. This is the structure, and the rest of the sentence remaining you can write the next. Now some more examples. The school boys are playing cricket. The schoolboy is a subject, schoolboys are subject. Then are playing cricket, that is the verb, right? It's a are plus V4 of the verb, ing form of the verb. I am opening the door. I is a subject, am is the auxiliary verb. After subject you have to use is or am or are plus V4 in order to get present continuous tense. So these are the other examples with the questions and also with the negatives I had given to you. You can read it out. I am not going to tell you today. It's a negatives and a note is there. What are you doing now? It's in a question form. After question word, that auxiliary verb has been used, are plus then subject, then verb V4, then other things in sense. Are you watching movie? It's again another sentence having question format. So dear children, these are the structure of present continuous tense. It is very easy. Present continuous tense, after subject is or am or are plus VING or V4. Okay children, now let's meet our third child, that is our present perfect. Let's see what is there in present perfect tense. The present perfect tense denotes an action that has just been completed. For example, I have written my essay. The action that has just been completed. Just now that action was over. For that you can use present perfect tense. I have written my essay. We often use words like just, already, recently with the present perfect tense if the action has just entered. If the action is just over, if the action verb is finished. We often use words like just, already, recently with the present perfect tense. If the action has just entered or finished, we can use the words like just, already, recently. Examples are given here. And it also expresses actions which were performed in the past but the results of which we can see or feel in the present. The actions are happening in the past, but the results of that action we can see or feel it in the present. For example, we have lived here 10 years. So the action has taken place from the past, but now it is still continuing. It's still going on. So that is present perfect tense. Let's see the structure of present perfect tense. Subject plus has or have. Perfect means has or have or had. Okay. So present perfect is has or have. Subject plus has or have plus V3 form of the verb. The examples are: the train has arrived just now. The train has arrived just now. See the word just. I Examples of present perfect tenses are given over here. The train has arrived just now. The train has arrived just now. Has is a perfect, right? Has plus V3 form of the verb is used over here. Has plus V3 form of the verb, and you can see the word just over here also. Just now. I have not visited the cinema all these years. I have not. It's a negative sentence. So, I have is a perfect tense, right? Perfect. Have or has plus V3, visited is V3 form of the verb. Then, someone has broken some crockery. Someone has broken, has plus V3. I have never seen the touch. I, along with I, we have to use have, not has. I have never seen, have seen. This is V3, has or have plus V3. Then other things in the sentence. They have already taken my pen. Again, have taken, and you can see the word like already over here, right? So these are all examples of present perfect tense. Now let's see the other type, that is present perfect continuous tense, the fourth child, right? The present perfect continuous tense. Let's see what is the present perfect continuous tense. It's an action that began in the past, it is still continuing at the present and may extend into the future. That's the point, dear children. The action that is already began in the past and it is still continuing at the present, that is our present perfect. But when it is saying that and it may extend into the future also, right? The action may extend into the future also. So it touches the past, present and future, right? It touches all three times, that is present perfect continuous tense. Now let's see the examples of present perfect continuous tense. Dear children, I told you perfect means has or have, then continuous means ing. But when you use along with has or have, if you are using ing, you have to add been, the word been also. Now let's see the structure of the present perfect continuous tense. So the first one is subject plus has or have plus been. Perfect means has or have plus been plus ing, verb ing, that is V1 plus ing or V4 form of the verb. Then remaining things in the sentences that you can write it over there. So let's see some examples. You have been here since 10:30. You have been here since 10:30. Remember children, the words like since and for, that is used for most commonly we are using since and for present perfect continuous tense. Mr. Singh has been here for 20 minutes. Has been here. He has been here since Monday. He has been here for 1 day. So you have been here since 10:30, right? So from the past the person was here and now also it is here, and it can extend, it may extend into the future also. We have been studying English for 2 years. We have been studying English for 2 years. That is, we started the action in the past. Now we are also studying, and it may extend to the next year or future. He has been teaching in the school for several years. I have been living in this flat since 2000. It has been raining for 3 hours. They have been working for several hours. So, dear children, remember the formula for present perfect continuous is subject plus has or have plus been plus V4. Now let's take simple tenses of all these present, past and future and let's analyze them. I know, dear children, you know the structure of simple present, that is subject plus V1 or Vs form. And for the simple past, it is subject plus V2 form. And third one is for the simple future, it is subject plus will or shall, you have to add, plus V1 form. There is no change in this rule. Okay. Subject plus will or shall plus V1 form. Here also there won't be any changes. Subject plus V2 form of the verb is used over here, past tense, right? That is simple past. But here it may change subject plus V1 or Vs. We have to use according to the subject. If it is singular, we can use Vs form, or if it is plural, if the subject is plural, we have to use V1 form of the verb. So the following are the examples of simple tenses, how we can write in simple present one sentence and how we can change into simple past and simple future. I run a marathon twice a year. Simple present, that shows your habitual action. I run a marathon twice a year. Then I ran a marathon last year. It's a completed action. I ran a marathon last year. I will run a marathon next year. It's a future action. I will run a marathon next year. Noel eat lunch in my office. Noel is subject, eat is a verb, and other things are lunch is an object, and in my office is a preposition. So let's see how we can change the sentence into a past form. Noel, where we have to change the where do we have to change the tense? Here it is based on the verb. The verb changes. The verb form changes. Noel eats lunch in my office. Okay, it is eats. Noel eats lunch in my office. Noel ate lunch in my office. That the converted form of simple past. Noel ate lunch in my office. Noel is subject. V2 form of C is so. Sorry, V2 form of eat is ate. Then other things in the sentence. Next we can see the future. I will run. Noel will or shall. Noel will eat lunch in my office. Tom see a movie once a week. So present, simple present tense. Let's see how we have to write in simple past. Tom subject. V2 form of see is saw. Tom saw a movie yesterday. And what about the future tense? Tom will see a movie tomorrow. In this sentence you will be having tomorrow or the next day, like that. So dear children, please go through these examples. My mother cooks my supper every night. My mother cooked our dinner already. My mother will cook breakfast tomorrow. We learn English. We learned English the last 2 years. We will learn English next year. So these are the examples of simple tenses: simple present, simple past and simple future. Now let's see the textbook exercises in your Grammar and More textbook, Ratnasagar, class 5. These were the questions. Underline the verbs in these sentences. Write the tense, whether it is past tense, present tense or future tense. First we have to underline the verb, then you have to write down whether it is a present tense, past tense or future tense. Based on the formulas, we can find out which tense is that, right? Let's see.
The first example they have already given, the Nilagiri hills are in southern India, right? The Nilagiri hills are is a verb over here, so we have to underline are is coming in the present tense only. Now let us see the second one. The crowd cheered for the singer. The crowd is the subject, cheered is the verb. For the singer we can say it as preposition or adverbial. The crowd cheered. Let us underline the word cheered. It's an ed form, right? It's a V2 form, so it is past tense. The teacher will mark the papers today. Now let us underline the verb over here. The teacher is a subject, will mark is a verb, and the papers today, it may be object or something. So will mark is actually future tense. A bat is a mammal. A bat is a mammal. Let us see what is the subject. A bat is a subject. Is a verb. A mammal is object, right? So let us see is coming under present tense. Sheep gives us wool. Let us see the subject sheep. What is the verb? Give us wool. Other things in the sentence. So give is the V1 form of the verb. It's a present tense. So the rest you have to do yourself. Answers are already typed over here. Let's move to the next question in your textbook. Rewrite these sentences both in past and future tense. So one sentence I had given, and the sentence is written in simple present tense. So what you have to do is you have to change into past tense and also to future tense. Same sentence you have to change into past and future. So after subject, what will be the V2 form of place is played. Salim played with his cousins. Now how to change into the future form of the verb? Salim subject, will or shall plus V1 form of the verb. So Salim will play with his cousins. Now let us see the second one. Reena needs to see a doctor. Past tense. How we are changing the verb into past? Needs. Reena needed to see a doctor. In future it will be Reena will need to see a doctor. Now let us see the third one. Devika writes the articles for the school paper. So now this sentence is in present tense, writes. Now let us change into past tense. Devika, what will be the V2 form of writes? It will be wrote. Devika wrote articles for the school paper. Now the greengrocer displays fresh vegetables in the shop window. You are supposed to change into past tense and future tense. The greengrocer displays will be, what will be the V2 form of displays? It is displayed. Okay, displayed fresh vegetables in the shop window. Now how it will change into future tense? The greengrocer will display fresh vegetables in the shop window. Now these are the answers. You can check your answers. Now these are the remaining questions. You can do it by yourself and check your answers here. Now let's move to the next exercise, that is write the ing form of these verbs. You have to write ing form of the V1 form of the verb which is given. So these are all actually V1 forms of the verb. Here it is written V4 of the verb. Stop, what will be the ing of stop? Ing form of the verb, stop, stopping, double P. Listen, listening. Hope, hoping. Look, looking. Lie, lying. Wish, wishing. Now let's see the next exercise. Fill in the blanks with suitable verbs from the brackets. Use their ing form. So in the bracket you will get two pairs of words. What you have to do is you have to use which is a more suitable verb in this blank, and also you have to change the verb form into ing form. Alka is preparing for the performance. That is already given in the textbook as an example. I hope you are dash for the class outing. Sail or go? It is going. Go. I hope you are going for the class outing. Going for the class outing. Sunida is dash on a geography project. Play or work? Yes, it is obviously work. Sunida is, what will be the ing of work? Working. Sunida is working on a geography project. The Dayals are dash in Bengaluru for a few months. Stay or fly? The Dayals are staying in Bangalore for a few months. Kamlesh is dash of moving to Mumbai. Think or want? Kamlesh is thinking or wanting? Thinking of moving to Mumbai. So dear children, like that you can use the rest of the words, ing words, you can use it and write over here. You can check the answers. Now next we have rewrite these sentences in the simple present tense. So one sentences they had already given in the textbook. What you have to do is rewrite the sentences in simple present tense. What is the formula of simple present tense? Subject plus V1 or VS form of the verb, right? Let's see. The days are becoming shorter as winter sets in. So are becoming is actually in which tense? It is in present continuous tense. So you have to make into simple present tense only V1 or VS form of the verb. So it will be the days are becoming will change to become. Become or becomes. As the days is in plural, we have to use become. The days become shorter as winter sets in. The dog is whining at the door. The dog whines at the door. The brothers are tidying up their room. The brothers tidy up their room. Are tidying is changed to tidy. Brothers tidy up their room. The baker is baking breads and cakes. The baker bakes breads and cakes. Gautam is playing the drums for his school band. Gautam plays. Gautam is a subject, plays is a verb. The drum for his school band is the remaining part of the sentence. The is playing is the continuous form, we have to change into simple present. So it will be play. Play or plays. Gautam is a singular one, so we have to use plays. The birds are migrating to warmer regions. So the birds are migrating will change to migrates or migrate. So here it is birds, so we have to use we have to use V1 form of the verb. The birds migrate to warmer regions. Now we are going into the last exercise of this lesson. Complete the sentence about this picture in the present continuous tense. So here they had given some sentences and also they had given some fill-ups. So you can write about the can write a sentence. Just make a sentence which should be more suitable to that. The waves are crashing against the shore. The woman is playing in the waves with their children. The boy is standing between his mother and his father. The children are enjoying themselves. So these are the sentences. If anybody did not write the sentences, they can write down. Okay. So dear children, today we have learned tenses as a family, and we have also learned how to use the tenses and the formulas of using tenses. Thank you.